So I'll just run through those three again so that you can catch up. So you can Google cyberability. It's the first search result, or head to cyberability.org.au. When you get to that web page, this is what you will see, which is showcasing today's workshops, the other two workshops coming up. And about halfway down the web page, it'll say, access the training, click here. And that's when you'll be taken to this menu page to access the training. When you first arrive on this menu page, it's down the bottom. It says, is this your first time here? And if it is, we will then create a new account. First two pages of the create account will be the terms and conditions. And once you've clicked on those two, you'll come down to the agreeing policy. These two tick boxes here on the left. Once we've clicked those two and we click next, it's going to ask you to set up your account, where it's going to ask you to create your username and your password, as well as some additional details such as your email address, first name, surname, and the city where you live. Username can only be lowercase, but it will remind you if you accidentally put a capital at the start of your name. So I'm just going to go and do it now.
Malik, why you put a capital M on the name, username?
Good spot. I always do that. I always do that. Force of habit.
Not very smart at all. That white guy, not very smart.
All part of the testing, Al.
Yeah, I thought it was Malachi showing us the error that comes up when you put in the first name. But
That's not, he probably done it, but he did it wrong.
So this is what
And you did it close your paw too.
down the bottom's fine. Your name down the bottom's okay, but your username will need to be just lowercase. And I'm going to use a different. So this is what your form will look like, but for yourself, with your username, your password, email address, first name, and your surname. And you can put the town where you live if you would like. After all this is done, we then say create new account. This will then send you a confirmation email that looks just like this, that says welcome to the Cyberability Learning Safety module. This is just to confirm that you are who you are and to make sure you're happy with your details. And then you click this link here down the bottom, which is confirming who you are. Cool. So once you have completed your enrollment and completed the confirmation inbox in your email address, and if it hasn't come through, just check your spam as it may be sent there. Once you have done that, you then use your username and your password to log in. And here we are. As you can see on the screen, we've got an available course, and this is our Cyberability training. You just click the link on your screen. And it takes you into enrolment.
Malachi,
Yep.
can I ask you a question? How can we help that man that can't see he's being scammed?
So again,
How do you think we can put a link to his computer that is sending him to this place?
it's important we just tell everyone we know that there's this resource available and point them to the Cyber Ability website. As I mentioned, you can even just search the word Cyber Ability on Google and it will be the very first result. So it'll be right
I
there.
just that Liz Williams was asking, and I just thought you might have a bit better explanation than mine. So.
Yeah, look, the word of mouth is really important and sharing it with your friends. And the big thing is to say, look, I've been scammed. Everyone shares their stories and gets that confidence across and says, here's a really good resource to hear about other people's stories.
Apparently, this person hadn't admitted it yet to themselves.
Mm.
It can be tough sometimes.
Yeah.
So once we're on this page and we click enroll, you are now successfully enrolled into the course. And here we are. This is the menu page that you will see when you log in. It will welcome you to the training. And before we get started, it will say that it's ready to get your Cyber Ability plan. You click on this link and it will pop up here, which you can save and print if you like, or you can do on your computer as it's both digital and print friendly. And here is the Cyber Ability plan, which you can fill in as you go.
You're not a captain.
And keep going down and print it as well. This is also fantastic because you can share it with your friends and your family to show what you've been learning and the training you've been doing, as well as passing on to other people who may be looking for that cyber safety.
Or each service they go to, take a plan in and say, this is what I've learned, so they can print it off or whatever they want.
Definitely. It's a really good advice. Before we start, there is a pre-quiz. And this is going to test a bit of your knowledge to learn about yourself.
You don't know your name, so it's all right.
I don't know my name.
Okay.
That's not the
Slow
first
down.
question. So here's what the quiz looks like. And you can just enter the details as we go.
I think good just to everyone to know that despite our best efforts, there is 2 scroll bars, one for the quiz and one for the main page. So to get to the next page of the quiz, you need to use the smaller one on the left to get to the bottom of that page. So not the one Malachi's, yeah, that one. And then that at the bottom of that page is the next arrow at the bottom that take the blue arrow.
The dark blue one.
The blue arrow, yep, I got it, Malachi, that takes you to the next page of the quiz. So you can work through once you've completed all the answers. So it does take about 10 minutes or so. So you might not have time to do that right now, but hopefully you can see how to do that.
Once you've then finished your quiz and you've gotten to the end of this page, you can then go on to the very first and the next topic. Which is, what is a scam?
Working for you, Malachi, yay.
But shouldn't we have the words on the left text here so you can read them?
These ones?
Like a bit small, yes.
Yep, so this is just, as you scroll down, you can notice that we have headings throughout.
They're the headings, aren't they?
And that on the left up the top there, Alf, you can click on those.
Yeah.
Go, you know what, I was halfway through and I had to go make a cup of tea and I want to go back, and you can click down and go through.
If you can't, it's all right.
There's some fantastic videos and content, articles and highlights throughout each of the topics. And this is just to showcase you the very first topic. There's another 7 after this that you'll get to complete and do. And you can go back.
200,000 schemes. Keep going. There, stop. how common are scams?
There are 200,000 in the
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's a huge amount.
Malachi, would you play that first video at the top? That's what I missed out on showing. That's what is a scam. And you can show the transcript underneath.
Something that pretty much tricks you or is like wrongfully taking what's not theirs. Like,
It's just one of
That
the
was well said.
And again, each of these topics, you can go back as many times as you like. You can print them and access them whenever you need. Should we play the second video?
I mean, it is an industry worth billions of dollars a year. It's a large network, hundreds of thousands of people working together to scam people.
And throughout all of the topics, you're going to be hearing from other people that have been scammed and to make you aware that you're not alone. And it will give you lots of advice and tips on how to handle scams and what to do if you're in that situation.
Malachi, it's Anna speaking. I've just had one question in the chat. I wondered if I could pull you two, please. The question is from Jimmy, just noticing that he's seen that you can hover or click over the Lifebuoy symbol, that it'll give you some, can you just demonstrate that, please?
So at the top of each of the topics, on 3 of the topics.
That's on the next one, romance scams. Yeah.
So look out, these are some of the really cool features that to be on the lookout, is that on some of our fantastic drawings here in headers, you'll be able to see that it says click the life rings to see different meanings behind the image. You can hover your mouse over and actually click the Lifebuoy, and it'll pop up with a quote from our Unscammables about why this image is meaningful, the impact it has, and why we've gone with this nautical theme. For instance, this person is being part of a scam. It feels like they're drowning because of the situation they're in. And often a lot of scams can make you feel that way. But part of this training, this topic is to let you know that you're not alone and that other people have gone through this and become better on the other end of it. Click the little X here to close it. And then
Click
another one. Could be a captain that's lost, or it could be a captain that is lost in the boat, either in the boat or in the water. You can't pick it. Anybody can get scammed.
They don't, of course.
So you've got to keep an eye out for some of these lovely features, and you'll see these amazing
Does that boy there have a tips?
pro tips. Yeah, all
Does
throughout
that boy have that boy on the left?
on the left.
The life.
No,
life
go back up. There,
No.
stop right. Not down, keep going, down. That one right
big
there.
logo.
Yeah, so this is our pro tips. It gives you a Lifebuoy. Whenever you're in a situation in the water, a Lifebuoy gives you ability to float and relax. And some of our pro tips is to give you those Lifebuoys when you're being scammed. So each of these pro tips, you can click on this fantastic little arrow right here and reveal some pro tips throughout each training topic to understand what to do and to help you give some advice if you're being scammed or you think that someone else may be scammed. So
Thanks, Malachi.
no problem.
Thanks, Malachi. That's amazing. Folks, we've got a question for the group really now. Is we've finished going through the content. To get you to mute your audio there, Malachi. Thank you. We've finished working through the content that we wanted to share with you today. So what we're wondering is we've got 10 or so minutes left. We wondered if anybody who would like to troubleshoot their own login, if you'd like to stay on the screen, Malachi and the rest of the team will be here to help you. And outside of that, if you've got any questions, we can answer them. Otherwise, we're done with the formal part of today's launch and workshop 1. So thank you very much for your time and your patience and for supporting this project by coming along today. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you all again for workshop 2 next Thursday. So we can do comments in the chat if anybody's got anything they want to ask. Otherwise, if people have got specific questions, they want to just jump on either through the chat or just unmute yourself, and we'll find you so that we can hear your questions for enrolling and registering. And Malachi can give you just some practical hot tips now to the technical support to get you registered so you can get on and enjoy. So thank you very much from all of the team.